truth that you are a slave. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison for your mind.
Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy. It's my pleasure. It's always my honor to be greeting you and bringing to you this message of emancipation, whereby I'm pointing you to look inwardly to discover that your real identity is your divinity, and to teach you also how to use your imagination to create your reality consciously, because God in man is man's imagination. Therefore, I want to speak to you concerning the triumphant entry. And those of you who are listening to me, you are quite familiar with the work of Neville Goddard and how he was taught by Abdullah, the black mystic from Ethiopia, because that was his mentor. And he taught him how to interpret the Bible and the Kabbalah, teaching him that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. Also teaching him that from Genesis to Revelation, that it's all a great psychological drama and it all have to do with the human psyche. Therefore, I'm going to use the triumphant entry to show you that great psychological drama and how you can apply that same thing in your life to create your life how you want to be, teaching you how to use your imagination to create your reality consciously. So here we go. The story is written in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and Luke, I think. Okay, but I'm gonna take it from Matthew. Okay, Matthew chapter 21. From verses 1 to 11, okay? And I'm just going to summarize the story and scratch the surface for you. I'm not going to go deep into all of the details. I just want you to get a glimpse of the picture. Now, it tells you that the Christ made a triumphant entry into Jerusalem. Now, the first thing you need to know is that Jerusalem is a place of joy, peace, and happiness, and it is within you. And Christ is referring to your higher self, not a man 2,000 years ago, okay? For the name of God is I am, from generation to generation, and you can never say I am and not referring to yourself. So it's telling you something about yourself. Now, the colt and the ass represent your mind that can be stubborn, and you have to bring it in control, okay? And it also represents your animalistic, humanistic existence that you must control by understanding that you are a spirit having a human experience. So it is teaching you here how to control the stubborn mind, which is referred to as an ass or as a colt, to show you, as I said before, our animalistic side that must be controlled so we can express our God self, and it all must be done through using your imagination. So here it says that he told his disciples to get the colt, and was two disciples speaking here. These two disciples is speaking about your conscious, your subconscious mind, and faith and imagination. Because if you're going to operate in a higher self, you have to apply faith and imagination. Okay? So that's what it takes to have this triumphant entry into that place of joy, peace, and happiness. Okay? And then it tells you that he rode that ass right into Jerusalem, and there he was received, and the people welcomed him, and he was seen as a king, he was seen as a ruler. All of this is showing you how you will take control of your life. All of this is showing you how you will have the right concept of yourself. All of this is showing you how you must overcome, how you must control your mind, and how you must have a vivid imagination. So this is how it goes. When you are using your imagination to create your reality, there are times that the image or the picture that you're holding in your mind, it will go away from you. There are times when you will find yourself miles and miles away from what you're trying to imagine, and you find it hard to control your mind and to really focus and to really control. So here it is using the analogy of the ass. to show you the mind, to show you this whole great psychological jam and showing you how you have to bring it under control. You must bring that stubborn ass under control. So you have to bring your mind under control to be able to focus your imagination to create your reality consciously. And to do that, you have to live in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Why? Because when you live in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you're living from the heart. You're following your gut, what we refer to as our gut feeling, our intuition, instead of living from the brain. But what we need to do is connect both the heart and the brain. So, if we're going to connect the heart and the brain, we have to know how powerful our heart is, the seat of emotion, and connect it with the place where it is a transmitter and a receiver, a frequency. So where frequency is being transmitted, you have to bring that together with the heart in order to ride triumphantly into Jerusalem. In other words, in order to come into your place of abundance, your place of prosperity, your place of where you overcome. And now you're living your life how you want it to be. You're living like a master. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read something for you from Neville Goddard himself, okay, in this book, okay, The Power of Awareness, okay, and this is what it says. And I'm doing this so that you will get it in a very simple way, because I can go into that very scripture and break it down, you know, from every verse and break it down for you, but it would take a long time for me to do that, okay? So I'm trying to make it as short as possible for you to understand it and straight to the point. He said, when you understand the redemptive function of imagination, you hold in your hands the key to the solution of all problems. Okay? Every phase of your life is made by the exercise of your imagination. Determined imagination alone is the means of your progress, of the fulfilling of your dreams. Everything I'm reading here is what is taking place in the great psychological drama of the triumphant entry. So I'm showing you how to have your triumphant entry and prove it for yourself that it's all about you. It is the beginning and end of all creating. When you understand the secret of imagination. Okay? So let me just read it back for you. When you understand the redemptive function of imagination, you hold in your hands the key to the solution of all your problems. Every phase of your life is made by the exercise of your imagination. Determined imagination alone is the means of your progress, of the fulfilling of your dreams. It is the beginning and end of all creating. The great secret is a controlled imagination and a well-sustained attention, firmly and repeatedly focused on the feeling of the wish fulfilled until it fills the mind and crowds all other ideas out of your consciousness. This is the same drama I'm explaining for you in Matthew chapter 21, the great triumphant entry into Jerusalem. So you will enter into Jerusalem. Okay, this is how all your needs will be met. He said, what greater gift could be given you than to be told the truth that will set you free? This is the truth that will set you free. When you ride your coat or your ass into Jerusalem, when you could control your mind and you can have a vivid controlled imagination in the feeling, you activate your heart along with your brain. The truth that sets you free is that you can experience in imagination what you desire to experience in reality. And by maintaining this experience in imagination, your desire will become an actuality. It will become a fact. So when you read of this triumphant entry, it is something that is taking place from within. It's all about you. It's all about the mind. Okay, this is how you'll accomplish anything in this world. When you can enter into Jerusalem triumphantly. And an ass and a cold control your mind. That's the ass you must control. You are limited only by your uncontrolled imagination. You stubborn ass. You have to learn to control that stubborn ass. And lack of attention to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. When the imagination is not controlled and the attention not steadied on the feeling of the wish fulfilled, then no amount of prayer or piety or invocation will produce the desired effect. That's why people go to church, pray, and they still don't get no result because they don't understand the Bible from the psychological standpoint. They do not know that it is their own spiritual autobiography that must be interpreted psychologically. I from the Caribbean and I know what it is like to ride an ass and how stubborn an ass is, and we have to put bit in their mouths to control them. That's why you have to control your mouth. That's how you have to be responsible for your thoughts and your actions, your deeds. He said, when you can call up at will whatsoever image you please, when you can form any image within your mind, when the forms of your imagination are as vivid to you as the form of nature, you are master of your fate. It's showing you here the triumphant entry as you being master of your fate. You must stop spending. When that happens, it means you must stop spending your thoughts, your time, and your money. You invest and circulate your money. Everything in life must be an investment. Everything in life must be an investment. The Bible teaches you business, it teaches you investment, it teaches you everything if you would understand it psychologically. And that is why when you understand the triumphant entry psychologically, okay, you realize it's all about controlling the mind. And here Neville is showing you how you must control your imagination and how you must focus and how you must live in the feeling and the wish fulfilled. It must take over you completely and drive out all the thieves and robbers, all the money changers in your temple who want to rob you and steal from you. So as I said, I could break down the whole thing, okay, in the Bible, but it would take me a lot of time. But I just want to scratch the surface to give you an idea what it's all about. So my brother and my sisters, when you close your eyes and you go into your imagination, you have to keep it steady. You have to be focused, which means you have to practice. It's like Michael Jordan couldn't be a great basketball player unless he practiced plenty. He used to practice plenty. Or when people sleeping, Michael Jordan still practicing. That's why you have to practice. And I'm speaking to myself too, because there are many times I fall off and not practicing as much as I should. And there are many times I go into meditation and I have to fight that ass, that mind, to keep it under control, to keep it focused, to keep it concentrated until I can ride it into Jerusalem, until I can get to that place of peace, joy, and happiness, and I can connect my heart and connect my brain and feel that vibration. That's what I'm talking about. So, my brother and my sisters, you know, it's all about you. Everything is in the Bible, and everything that Neville have written in his books, you can find them in the Bible. I remember just recently I would have said that I've never even ever ordered any of Neville Goddard's book, but I said I'm not saying that I would never order them, and this one is one I've just ordered. I just got it about 2 days ago. Okay, and you know, I'm glad that I can, you know, go into it and share it with you and go in the Bible and show you, because that's what I would do. And if you recommend me to do that, I would definitely do that, because there's a lot of things that Neville have in these books here that some people do not go in the Bible and show you it in the Bible. If you would like me, please comment, share, do all of this. So you will let me know, well, okay, this is resonating with you and you want this kind of teaching. And then I'll go into the Neville books. Actually, I have this book. I have 3 books that I added. And added the other books, and I'll go into them. Those I didn't go into the scriptures and show them in the scriptures, in different parts in the Bible that you never even speak about. I can do that. I will do that for you. So, my brother, my sister, I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me, what I'm saying makes sense to you and this really resonates with you and you would like me to teach Neville walk that way, I would like for you to, as I said before, comment. And if you haven't subscribed already, I would encourage you to subscribe right now. Hit that notification button. Okay, like, comment, and share this video. Also, I want to say to you, if there's any way you would like to support this work, I have a PayPal, the link is down below, feel free to check it out. Also, if you like to get more information that has been taught by way of my Patreon, you can check out my Patreon. And for people who are paying at least $20 or more, I have a course there called the Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciously. And I would like to continue to put more courses there for others that they get as much, as possible, to see things happen in their life and prove everything that I'm saying. Okay, so if you feel led, follow your intuition, because I always encourage people, follow your gut feeling. If you feel compelled and you feel led to, then do it. Okay, and it goes to supporting the work by PayPal and being a part of the Patreon. You must be led. Okay, I believe in that. Also, I want to say peace, love you all, and out.